What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another Tower of God New World video. Alright guys, topic today is going to be Shinsu Links and the Shinsu Origin that you will unlock once you do a specific thing. So the Origin Orb over here is what I'm specifically referring to, and then also Shinsu's Blessing and the Shinsu Link. So I want to talk about all three of these features and why you want to actually eventually kind of like veer your focus towards the Origin Orb when you unlock it. Now, the first question a lot of you are going to ask is, if you're brand new, how do you unlock this Origin Orb, and what does Shinsu's Blessing do? So let's cover that first. We'll cover the basis so you guys have an understanding. But before I do that, let me just go ahead and collect what I have here, just to make sure I didn't get anything nice that I can use towards my characters. Okay, so I got a couple. What is it, B plus or just B units? Okay, B gear. There you go. Let's do a quick claim. Not bad. I mean, hey, it's something. There's a B1 right there as well. I've been pretty lucky actually with a few A drops, so that's why I was checking this out. Okay, so first off, let me get my hat up there. Bald head, nice and shiny. When you start collecting your crystals, your soul crystals through summoning, right? Because that's the main place to get it. There are other places you can also get it. Like I believe the Trial Tower drops them. I think if I remember correctly, somewhere within the Conquest mode also drops a few of them, but mostly Trial Tower. There are some sections of the Trial Tower that will actually give you some of these soul crystals. When you get those soul crystals, your main focus is originally going to be your Shinsu Link. Okay, when you get this up to a certain point, you're going to eventually unlock the A version here, and all you need to do is unlock A version once. Okay, once you get that. Now remember, you cannot just speed through to A and leave everything else as D. You have to incrementally go up and up and up and up, and eventually you're going to be able to do all of that. Okay, so once you get one of these to A, you will actually unlock a brand new Origin Orb feature. Now this is a very important feature, and this is where you want to start focusing. So, and I'm going to kind of break it down for you guys to tell you how it works, and then how you want to apply your soul crystals going forward. So first off, the Origin Orb, of course, has a tutorial. You can read it, of course, here. So essentially what it is, Origin Orbs are divided into different elements. Enhancing orbs increases the stats of the teammates of that specific element. Okay, orbs must be activated in tiers. Activating a node consumes soul crystals, as we just mentioned, and all previous nodes must be activated in order to move on to the next node. So keep that in mind. You have to activate them all. Okay, activating a row of nodes provides a line reward, so don't forget to claim them, which you can see here. You get crystals, or sort of suspendium, you get some of your proficiency books, and eventually you're going to move on to enhance weapons for that specific class or element. Okay, so why is this so important and how does it work? So first off, you can see here applied stats, right? I've got the 5% HP base stat to all my yellow classes. So right here, this costs 50 soul crystals, which is actually very cheap. That is one multi of all SR characters and R characters, okay? And chances are a lot of you guys are having that problem where you're pulling only SR and R characters. I've had nothing but bad luck lately. My buddy who lets me showcase his account has still been complaining about his bad luck. So instead of using it specifically for Shinsu Links, he's been now going towards the Origin Orb. So let's go through this. You can see here the teammates that are applied are all going to be every single class, whether it's an R, SR, or SSR. Are the benefits worth it? So let's take a little look here. If you go to Shinsu Link, right? If I go from B, right, and I want to go to B plus and I want to limit break, you can see here the percentage on the Shinsu Link is extremely high, right? You're getting yourself a bonus here of 300 and what is that math wise? 327%. Increase to HP, increase to attack, increase to defense, okay? So remember that. The percentage is much higher going through the Shinsu Link. So the first thing you want to do, guys, is push your A's here for sure. Don't stop until you get, I would suggest, everything to an A first before you start messing around with the Origin Orb. From there, it becomes very costly to go from A to A1, right? So if you can see here, it's 525. So if I were to take 525 of these soul crystals, does it make sense to put it into this? So let's take a look. 50 here, right? So that leaves me 475, 100 5 times, right? And that will only give you an increased attack of, what do we say here? 5 times 3, so that's 25%, right? I'm imagining that's what it is. Or is it 5 soul crystals? Yeah, no. So you need 100, right? I only have 5 left. You need 100 of these. So it will require 3%. Oh, sorry, this is actually just one line. Sorry. So it's 100 from one line, so that leaves you at 150. Then 100 over here, that's 250. So that's going to give you 5%, 3%, 3%, and then you got to start digging into here. So 150, 150, 150, and onwards, right? So it does affect all of your light element units, right, as a bonus on top of what you already have with your Shinsu Link. So the question then becomes, when do you start doing this, right? When does this become your main focus? You can see here, you get yourself the blessing here, which will end up giving your line rewards more. In my opinion, the Shinsu Link should probably stop roughly about 1A, and then you can start focusing on the origin, right? Because 1A gives you a pretty huge boost. If you look here again, like the limit break, the boost is pretty massive. It's way higher. Now, I have to remember it correctly. If I'm wrong, I believe this is HP increase rate, right? HP increase rate, attack rate, right? And it's all percentage based. So very important. Okay, so I would go A1, 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 like all the way across the board, and then this should kind of be like your end game focus. I wouldn't really focus any like too much into this until you've at least got that done, because of the sheer amount of crystals or soul crystals it takes to get the same percentage, right? The percentage is nowhere. You're never going to get it close to even that percent whatsoever. So from a defensive, attack, and HP perspective, this is going to outweigh the origin orbs by a mile. Now, where origin orbs though do make a bigger difference though is right here, where you can see the crit hit rate, right? That's something that origin orbs have over the Shinsu Link. Like you can see crit hit damage, accuracy, swiftness, right? Or evasion, sorry. So all these items here, or all these stats here, are not included in the Shinsu Link. But in order to get there, you need to go 250, and then it's going to cost you 150. So 300, 600 total. So that's going to be what, 250, 600, so 850 to get this part maxed out. And that is only a 3% increase in crit and crit damage. So it's not even that much more. You have to go further in here to do it twice, which is a much higher cost. So do not, guys, put time and effort into the origin orbs unless you've at least got A1 on all of these, because again, that's where your biggest boost is. Most people should even push further, to be honest, and make origin orbs your end game, because remember, your Shinsu Link is affecting whatever character sits in here, no matter the element they're in, while the origin orb affects you specifically for the element that you are going for. So yes, it will make your yellow team stronger, but everyone else in purple, red, and blue will not be affected by those stats. So you don't want to segregate unless you're running a full elemental yellow team the entire time, which is probably not the case for many of you. You're probably picking and choosing certain units from each element and then using those elements for the battle that you're going into. So the advice is A1 at least, then see where you're at. Do not push the origin orb any further than that. I mean, if you want the 150 just to get the suspendium, so 50 soul crystals for 100 suspendium, I don't think that's worth the cost. I did it just to kind of see where the stats were at, to be honest. Did it once, and then I'm like, oh, this was a bad idea. And then, so I'm here now, and I'm like, yeah, not touching this until my free-to-play account gets all of these. Now, for whales, obviously, you're probably at the point where you've maxed this out. Your next step is to max this out, and then you want to push further to here, which you'll get as soon as you max out every single one of them, right? But for now, guys, honestly, A1 everywhere for soul crystals, and then push for this after the fact. Don't make the mistake of pushing for this and then regretting it later because your characters from other elements are not being affected by the bonus. All right, guys, this is Payne. Hope this video helped you out and clear up a few things. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.